So I'm here today in Bandung, Thailand. I came here to visit my girlfriend's home, and I first came here about a year ago, and I was fortunate to be able to observe the place she comes from and the kind of life she has always known. So I thought today I would share with everybody what this looks like, what it's really like to come from a place where people don't have a lot of money and do not have even the opportunity to work and make money and make an honest living, and what are the practical implications in day-to-day living for people who don't have money, what it actually looks like and means, just in the, down to the smallest details. I'm going to show you what it looks like. So this is her home. This home is being rented by her family. Of course, they don't own it. So of course, if anything were to happen to them and they would not be able to pay the rent, they would not even be able to stay in this home. So we're going to come up to the home here. I'm just going to show you around. Now here, just coming up to the home, if you look here, there's garbage everywhere strewn all about the house. They have to do this. They just throw their garbage outside because they cannot afford proper disposal. That of course costs money. Now here are some boys. These are her brothers, and this is the kitchen. We're making a fire so we can cook our food for lunch here. Just show you a little bit more of the outside. More garbage. Okay, so going inside now. So this is pretty much it. This is the main living area. There's the bed where everybody sleeps. So that's the rest of our kitchen where we're preparing the food. This was the old kitchen. They've actually just upgraded recently, moving the food preparation area outside. As you can see, this is a very unkept, dirty. You see the floors are all cracked, and this area is constantly flooded with water, muddy water. This is actually the area that leads out to the bathroom, and as you can see, same thing with the bathroom. It is constantly flooded with dirty water. They cannot afford proper sanitary conditions, so that's the bathtub. I don't think that's actually just a water reservoir, sorry. There is no actual bathing tub or shower area. They simply have this reservoir of water. And if you see this little bucket here, they just use the bucket here to douse themselves with water, and that's pretty much how they wash themselves, with that little hand bucket. And then here they've got a squatter toilet and another tap for water. So obviously not clean or desirable conditions for a bathroom, a place where you're supposed to be able to dispose of waste in a sanitary way and sanitize yourself, for that matter. And there's more garbage thrown about here. So that's pretty much it. So for me, coming here to visit, it's not really a nice place for me to stay, because I've always known a better standard of living, better living conditions. But for these people, this is it. This is what they've always known, and they have no choice. This is what they have to live with, and there's no way out. There's very little work in a small, poor town like this, and the work they are able to find will only ever sustain these living conditions. They will never allow a person to upgrade. To be able to upgrade, a person would require education and the credentials that would allow them to work in a job that makes more money, and then be able to upgrade their standard of living. But to be able to get that education, you need that sum of money in the first place. And even on top of having a sum of money to pay for the education, a person is required to sustain themselves while they're educating themselves and going to school, which of course requires, a person to work at the same time, which, nobody can work full-time and go to school full-time at the same time. So there's no way out for these people. And the craziest part about all of this is that it gets much worse than this. This is not even one of the poorest countries in the world. There are a lot of people that live much worse than this, in much worse conditions. This is it.